his opening statement.
Well, thanks so much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for holding this important hearing today. Today we're discussing a number of bills important to my home state, other states as well, that have an interest in promoting recreational opportunities and access on public lands. These include S. 3266, the Outdoor Recreation Act, and I'm delighted to be co-sponsoring it with you, Mr. Chairman. Our bipartisan legislation is going to increase and improve outdoor recreation opportunities all across America. It's going to help modernize public campgrounds, it's going to establish shooting ranges on federal forests, and it's going to ensure increased access to America's public lands. The bill will also leverage private funding to create new recreational opportunities on our public lands. Wyoming is the home to some of the most incredible national parks and public lands in the nation. The Outdoor Recreation Act will help Americans better enjoy everything that Wyoming has to offer. Our Wyoming Governor, Mark Gordon, stated that, quote, if passed, the bill will not only support Wyoming's efforts to protect our world-class waters and lands, but provide residents and visitors with improved infrastructure and increased recreational opportunities on Wyoming's federal lands. So thanks, Mr. Chairman, for working with me in a bipartisan way to develop and introduce this important piece of legislation. Additionally, I'd like to also highlight two other bills I've introduced for today's hearings and that are on the agenda. The first is S. 1616, the Federal Interior Land Management Act, or the FILM Act. To keep pace with evolving social media and changing technology, this legislation modernizes film permitting on public lands. It gives outdoor enthusiasts the ability to share their adventures without having to deal with burdensome red tape. In the 21st century, it simply doesn't make sense to make people jump through a gauntlet of bureaucratic hoops just to film and upload their public land adventures. The Film Act fixes this by exempting certain video, digital, and audio recording activities from unnecessary fees and arbitrary permitting rules, while also ensuring the protection of our public lands. I also want to highlight the S. 2886, the Cape and Antler Preservation Enhancement Act, the CAPE Act. In Grand Teton National Park, non-native mountain goats threaten the struggling native bighorn sheep herd. Through coordinated efforts with the National Park Service, volunteers play a major role in helping to conserve the bighorn sheep by removing the non-native goats. Current law gives discretion to the Park Service to donate the meat obtained from these non-native species during these authorized wildlife management activities. Yet the hide, the horn, and the antlers go to waste. The CAPE Act recognizes conservation efforts by allowing for the donation of hides and horns to volunteers who help protect our native bighorn sheep. Again, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for having this important hearing. Recreation and tourism is one of the cornerstones of my home state's economy. It's also part of what makes Wyoming a premier travel destination for millions of visitors from around the world. The pieces of legislation I've highlighted here today will help ensure Americans can enjoy more of what Wyoming and our nation has to offer. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for working along with me on these important bills.
Thank you, Senator Barrasso. And before we get started with our witnesses' testimonies, we're going to have some of our senators speak about their bills. And right now, I'm going to turn to Senator Heinrich.
Thank you, Chairman, and I want to thank both you